generals from Japan.
Hey, what do you like to get spring? Your face is already a nice shade of red.
How we doing, guys?
You a little chilly?
We're here with Kirk and Todd and all of our friends.
Send it to Ted.
Our nation has a lot of emotion going on right now. There has been a lot of emotional events, and there's been tragedies that are terrible. Unfortunately, the problem is that we are now using our emotions to guide our actions. Our laws should not be guided by emotion, but by fact. Facts and figures. There are those that oppose guns in any way, or particular guns. And anyone that has an open mind, that can read the facts, that can understand the history of not just our nation, but all nations that have ever been, gun laws do not work. Gun laws do not solve violent crimes. Gun laws do, however, reduce the rights of good law-abiding citizens.
Or the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You know, when there's an anti-gun rally, they get about a dozen people. I think we beat that. I see 13 at least. So I think we're doing pretty good. I want to thank Mike for being here, putting this together on such short notice. This is the way gun rights work in Minnesota. Ladies and gentlemen, the gun lobby. Mike doesn't own a gun store, he doesn't own a gun range, he doesn't teach a class, he's not a president of anything. He's a citizen who saw something that needed to be done and said, if not me, who? And he did it, and here we are. And you said the same thing, and here you are. Thank you, Lisa, for that beautiful rendition of our national anthem. Lisa Zahner is not only a terrific singer, she's also a really good shot. And one of our state's newest carry permit instructors, so if you're in the North Metro, she's the one to look for. Folks, I gotta tell you, the deck is stacked against us. We have well-funded opponents of our rights. We have too many members of Congress, members of the Minnesota legislature, and a governor that are determined to be seen to be doing something, whether it makes a difference or not. And we have a mass media that seems to relish showing only the bad things that happen with guns. We don't have the money. We don't have the media. What do we have? We have a secret weapon. Oh my God, he's got a weapon. Does he have a permit? We have a secret weapon. Our secret weapon is you. Look around. I mean, really, take a look around you. Have you seen on TV when the anti-gunners have a rally? Yeah, those dozen people, if they're lucky. You folks are what we call the gun rights grassroots. Are well-funded, maybe even well-meaning opponents, AstroTurf, fake grassroots. And here you are. It's great, it's wonderful, it's terrific. But if you go home and say, I've done my part, we lose. If you go home and figure, those gun rights guys got my back, it's over. You know who those gun rights guys are? They're you. We are just getting started. Fighting for your civil rights is a marathon, not a sprint.
It took us more than a decade to get our carry law passed, and we worked hard for every yard. Fighting for your rights is a marathon, not a sprint, so you better put on your jogging shoes. So here's the question. Are your gun rights, your civil rights, your constitutional rights, your human rights, are they worth 5 minutes a day? I hope they are. The ones who've been carrying your water in Minnesota for the last 24 years have given it a lot more than 5 minutes, and they need you to start carrying your own weight. They need you to pitch in. 5 minutes. What can you do in 5 minutes? Tomorrow, you can send an email to Senator Klobuchar and Senator Franken's offices. Tell them you're against any more infringements of your civil rights. Oh, what good is it going to do? They're against us already, right? Wrong. They're politicians. They care about votes. The squeaky wheel gets the grease, and there are a lot more of us than there are of them. Call your U.S. senators. Tell them how you think. Send them an email. Monday, call their offices when they're actually there. It's easy. It takes about 1 minute. Senator Klobuchar's office, how may I help you? I'd like to leave a comment for the senator. Go ahead. I oppose any further restrictions on my civil rights. Doesn't do anything to stop crime. It just takes away my liberty. Thank you. We'll make a note. That's it. They get 2 calls a day. No big deal. They get 10 calls a day. Senator, you know, we're getting a few calls about this. They get 100 calls a day. Now they're noticing. So there's Monday. Tuesday, you're going to call these guys here in the state legislature. You're going to call your state representative and your state senator, tell them the same thing. Wednesday, send them an email. Doesn't hurt, might help. On Thursday, reach out to a gun owner that you know who isn't here today. Get her on board. Get her making those calls and emails. Friday, you're going to put in a lot more than 5 minutes. You know what tells a legislator that you're serious? Come see them at the Capitol. Yeah, I know, on a work day. You're going to take a half day, but this really works. Can you imagine if your state representative had a different constituent in her office every day, telling her politely to leave your rights alone? That's political power, my friends, and you can do it. Saturday, hey, you did a great job this week. Go to the range. But since you're going anyway, grab a fence sitter, grab a neighbor, grab a family member who doesn't know what these guns are about. Take them to the range. Ignorance breeds fear, and when it comes to America, we've got plenty of ignorance and plenty of fear. So pass it on.
Don't pass on the fear.
Next question. Are your civil rights worth $5 a month? Do you want to hold on to the right to keep and bear arms more than you want one more half-calf, non-fat soy mocha latte grande? I want the coffee. I hope they are. The opposition doesn't have the numbers, but they've got the bucks. They've got paid lobbyists down here at the Capitol. They've got paid lobbyists in Washington, D.C. We need those too. We need phone banks. We have to have reps at all the gun shows, all the gun events, all the competitions. We need to print flyers and send postcards and buy email lists. And, well, we've got a lot to do. And the organization that's been doing it for the last couple dozen years, they've been doing it with shoestrings and bubble gum. I think if we're going to hold back the tide this year, if we want to move the ball forward, shoestrings aren't going to cut it. So pony up. There's somebody in a green vest. Any exit, we're not going to let you past. You got $1 in your pocket, you got 5, you got 20, you got 100, we want it. Now, we got good prizes for you. When you give us your name and your address, when you give us a few bucks, sign up for membership. We got patches to put on your jacket. We've got pins you can put on your lapel. Sign up for the $150 annual high caliber membership. We'll give you a carry class. Oh, you already got your carry permit? Makes a great gift. Do you know how many Minnesota carry permit holders there are? Over 115,000, and we're adding a couple thousand every month. Do you know if we got just $1 a year, just one lousy buck from each of those permit holders, we'd have our own full-time lobbyists at the Capitol, working full-time for your gun rights. You know how many Minnesota gun owners there are? I don't know either. But it's definitely a couple million. If we got $1 a year from each of those people, we'd have a staff of 20 working for you. So pony up. There's a membership form on the back of your flyer today. Fill it out. Give it to somebody in green before you go. If you're signing up for a membership, go over to that last rock pillar over there. Go see Pat. He'll give you your patch or your pin when you sign up. If you just want to write us a check, that's fine. If you want to just hand over your credit card, that's okay. We're here for you. Don't have 20 bucks, $5 is a good start. $1, way more than zero. Whatever you do, make sure that you're on your our mailing list before you go. On the back of that form, you don't even have to give us money. Give us your email address. Give us your physical address. I promise I will not come visit you at your house unless you have cake, then I'm coming. But we need to know where you live so we know who your representatives are. That way, when we get 1 or 2 representatives that really need an extra bit of persuasion from us, we can focus in on you, their constituents, and make sure that you get the message to your elected official that they've got to do the right thing. So join up. Do it before you leave. Thanks for being here. You've taken the first step. Now it's time to take the next step. Join in, pitch in, pony up, and pass it on. Thank you. Who's got a carry permit? Yeah. About 5. Okay. Got a fella here that you have to say thank you to.
Criminals are not law-abiding. Criminals obtain and use guns illegally, regardless of laws existing or new. They commit crimes, not only gun crimes, but other violent crimes as well, regardless of laws. That's why we're here today, to send a message to our legislators that new laws will only serve to inhibit and harm the law-abiding.